with cleavage.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Star Wars figure review on the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Entertainment Earth exclusive 4-pack set. We have the Stormtrooper Sergeant, Crimson Stormtrooper, Lieutenant Oxic, and R2-Q5. And I want to thank Entertainment Earth so much for making this review possible. If you're trying to pick this set up or you want to see what other figures they have available over there, check the links below. Now these figures do look cool. They are all repaints, but they still look awesome. Anyway, looking on the side, you get Star Wars Black Series written over there. And then on the back, you can see we have a read-up on the Stormtrooper Sergeant. If you want to read it, pause it now. We have a read-up on the Crimson Stormtrooper. If you want to read it, pause it now. Read-up on Lieutenant Oxic. If you want to read it, pause it now. And then there's a read-up on R2-Q5. If you want to read it, pause it now. Then on the side, like all the other Black Series packaging, we get the red with all the names on the side, but there is no number associated with this 4-pack set. All right, let's get to it and crack these things open. And here are the 4 figures out of the packaging, and I think these are all very cool repaints. Some of them I definitely like more than others. For instance, having the white pauldron Stormtrooper over here, I really like having that. I believe he's supposed to be a sergeant with the white pauldron right there, and I already have the officer and the enlisted, so I have all 3 versions of the Stormtroopers now. I'm really liking this Crimson Stormtrooper. Just seeing a Stormtrooper in all red looks awesome. This TIE Fighter, not particularly my favorite. I do like having a San Francisco Giants R2-D2 though, right? I think that's very cool. But just some really nice paint on all of these. Anyway, let's take a closer look at each of them. So here's a close look at Lieutenant Oxic. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And we just get added paint apps right over here on the top of his helmet, comparing it to a regular TIE Fighter. You can see the difference right over there. So I probably will have this guy replace one of the TIE Fighters that I do have on my display. You can see right here on the chest that we do get slightly different paint apps on those buttons, just the added red right over here. And that's really the only little bit aside from what we get on the forearm. You can see it's just a little bit different on his arm compared to the regular TIE Fighter. So yeah, as far as paint apps go, that's the only real difference. He does come with the same blaster and it holds nicely in that holster right over there. And then we have our Stormtrooper Sergeant over here with the bags under his eyes. I just really noticed that now. All the other Stormtroopers have that brown underneath their eyes. So it looks like he just needs a little bit more sleep and then he'll be feeling better. But no, the paint apps came out very solid on this guy for the most part. I got one tiny little chip of white right there. So you can see the black plastic coming from underneath. So that's a little bit of a bummer. I could just add a little paint to that. But otherwise, it looks pretty solid. A little bit of smearing right there, but not too bad. You get some nice gold paint apps right here as we'd gotten on the other versions. And I just really love that these Stormtroopers are made with this nice brown wash going throughout. It makes them all look slightly different from each other. As far as his weapons goes, he does come with the same exact weapons as all the other Stormtroopers. You get this big old rifle right here with this awesome silver paint on it. I really like that a lot. You can see this guy right there. And he comes with his standard issue blaster right there. So very cool. And you get the paint all the way on the back and everything. Get Stormtrooper Sandy Butt, and then a little bit of blue right over the above the knee right there, but not too bad. Then to give you a little comparison, here's our orange pauldron Stormtrooper, so you can see that. So this is an officer right here, and then we have our enlisted Stormtrooper right there with the black pauldron. So there's all 3 of them. It's kind of funny that I got this R2 unit now because I'll be going to a Giants game in May for my cousin's birthday and stuff. I haven't been to a Giants game in a long time. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but you know, I care some. So anyway, you can open this up right over here just like the regular R2-D2, and it's tricky getting that little arm out, but you can get that to pop out right over there. He does not come with all the other accessories though, so you can't get the added pieces or the added lightsaber that you could plug in like the regular R2-D2, but you can see the arm inside that right there as well. And these are tricky to pick out. Okay, yeah, I'm having a really hard time trying to pick that out of there, so I'm just going to leave it be like that. I don't really need to have it displayed with the arm coming out right there. Anyway, that closes nicely. Then you can remove the little top pieces right over here. Now on my original R2 figure, which is worth like $100 or something, I lost the tiny little blue cap that goes right over there. I'm contemplating on taking the one off of this one and painting it or something to fit that. I don't know. But yeah, so there's your R2 unit comparison. I really like how these orange paint apps came out though, you know, it looks really good. I like it. And it has the same function where you spin the head and that arm or that leg goes right in there. And we get some very nice metallic looking orange on this. I really dig that a lot. Then lastly, we have the Crimson Stormtrooper, which is actually my favorite one. And Crimson's one of my favorite Alkaline Trio albums too. I really like Alkaline Trio. Anyway, very nice paint apps over here. I love how the silver came out right over there. And I just love this red. It just looks very cool on a Stormtrooper. I don't know why. I just like it. I do.
But yeah, very solid. He does come with the same accessories, so you get this rifle right over here with some added silver paint on it, and you also get the standard issue blaster that does fit into the holster. And then just looking at the rest of the figure over here, it looks solid. You get some added gray paint right over there for that canister piece. I really like the glossy red that we get over here. I just think it looks very cool. And then taking the rifle out of his hand, you can see that the black paint apps on these little buttons right over here are very clean, so they did a very good job with that. And we don't get any weird paint or anything like that in any of these hinges, so I think that looks very good. I'm really digging it.
Now, because I've reviewed all of these figures individually already, I'm not going to go over the articulation again, but I will measure them once more for you so you can see the R2 unit standing just a little under 3.5 inches tall. Then the TIE Fighter Oxic is right at 6 inches, and then the Stormtrooper and the Sand Trooper just a little under 6.5 inches tall. So we have the R2Q5 next to the R2D2, so obviously the same exact mold, but you can see them side by side right here. Then here's Lieutenant Oxic next to the regular TIE Fighter, same exact height. Different paint apps. And seeing these two side by side, I kind of wish we had an all black Stormtrooper in the Black Series. You can see these paint apps are very different amongst all three of them. I really like how this orange pauldron one though has a little bit more orange to it overall. And then here's all four of them next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Usually I like to say something a little clever, but seeing that there's 4 bad guys over here and there's just me and this shield, I'm gonna go over here now. And one thing I want to add is just by popping a head off this regular Stormtrooper over here, I noticed that it had some leftover red paint. Was it from the Crimson Stormtrooper? Oh my god, I don't know. But anyway, I really like these figures. Some of them I like more than others. I'm super happy having this Crimson one though. I don't know why. That just looks so awesome to me. And again, thanks so much Entertainment Earth for making this review possible. And thanks to you guys for sticking around and watching my video. If you did and you want to see more ShartimusPrime videos, go ahead and click any of these boxes right over here. We got the subscribe button right up there. And then earlier today, I did a video talking about the new Avengers Scarlet Witch figure released by Hot Toys. It is not out yet, but they did reveal images, so you can see that video over there. Also, yesterday I did a video talking about the DC Multiverse Superman, so if you want to see that video, go ahead and click that button right over there. And then if you want to check out the ShartimusPrime website, I do have t-shirts available. In red, I have Not Dolls, also the Give It Ankle Pivot. And if you want to see a photo gallery of images, you can see them at JediInsider.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace! Posing action figures, I'm posing